Banger after banger.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Riz back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community post. And it's Wednesday, you already know what that means. It's time for another review of AEW Dynamite. And I'm gonna do this one last time for the one time. Like the video so we can continue to fight the good fight and contribute to the Tony Khan shut the hell up and stop tweeting so much foundation. Every time you like this video, every time you give a thumbs up, it goes towards Tony Khan not tweeting so much dumb stuff. And yeah. But anyway, man, like I said, it's Wednesday and it's time for the Dynamite review. And I gotta say, Dynamite this week was a really good show. It was entertaining. The main story was the whole Dynamite Diamond Ring and the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royale. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into the show, man. We're going to kick it off with Jay White taking on Penta El Zero Miedo. And this was a pretty entertaining match. Yeah, you know, Penta abusing the top button like he always does. Jay White coming out with the Bullet Club, the Bang Bang Gang, and Card Blade officially has his own title. He's like Jay White, man. He has his own Triple B, his own Bang Bang belt. So that was pretty cool. He deserves it. He's the hardest working member of the Bullet Club Gold. So he definitely deserves it. I'm surprised that they didn't erupt with "You deserve a chance" for Card Blade and him having this title. But you know, it is what it is. It is Texas, and you know they don't have good sense out there anyway. Jay White ended up getting the win due to shenanigans because you know it's the numbers game. It's like 50 million members of the Bullet Club. After the match, you had the Bullet Club cutting a promo. One, it was Jay White talking about, pretty much mocking MJF, saying, "Go cut my music," and, you know, calling himself Jay, you know, just making fun of MJF. And then you had Juice Robinson saying that he was going to win the Dynamite Diamond Ring and the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale. And he's going to go on to face MJF next week and beat him and take his ring. So the Bullet Club's goal is ultimately just to take everything from MJF, his title, his ring, his sanity, you know, typical stuff. I'm surprised they haven't tried to take his scarf yet. That might be next, you know. Maybe one of the ass boys will take his scarf and they'll cut it in half, and one ass boy will have one piece of the scarf and the other ass boy will have the other piece. But you know, it is what it is. But the whole time this was going on, I was wondering, like, where is MJF? Why isn't he coming out? What's happening? And that question was answered immediately because you cut to backstage with Renee Paquette and she's talking to MJF, and MJF pretty much said that, yo, that's stupid. That's the stupidest thing to do. There's like 1 million members of the Bullet Club. They're just one of me, and that's just dumb. Also, I don't want to waste my main event pop on, you know, the Bullet Club. So he said that he's gonna come out for commentary during the Battle Royale to keep an eye on things. And as MJF is talking, you have the Acclaim and mostly Max Caster come out, and I don't really know how to feel about this whole Max Caster trying to court MJF to be his tag team partner for the 8-man tag team match, because it's kind of given, you know, how I'm surprised he's not holding up a sign that says prom tag team scissor. I understand it's like a funny Twitter joke that, you know, Max Caster is trying to riz on MJF and MJF is just like, stop being weird. But it's like, it's weird. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be entertaining. I ain't feeling it, but you know, it is what it is. Also, Max Caster said that he's going to be in the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale too. So he's going to get to MJF one way or another. So, you know, good luck, Max. After this, we had our one women's match of the evening. But, you know, I can't complain too much about it because they did try to do a little story behind this. It was Hikaru Shida taking on Emi Sakura, and pretty much the story they had was, you know, Emi Sakura was the teacher and Shida was the student. So, you know, they're trying to do this whole master pupil, Padawan Jedi master story type deal. Also, it's a championship eliminator match, and I don't necessarily care for these because, one, it doesn't make sense. Oh, you have to beat the champion to get a shot at the champion. Two, I don't like it because nobody really wins these. Like, they have so many championship eliminator matches, and I can't really remember the last time anyone has won one to get a shot at the champion. So if I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comment section below. But off rip, I can't really remember any instance where the challenger actually beat the champion and got a shot at the championship. That being said, this was an overall fun match, even though it was the one woman's match, it was an entertaining match. It was really good. These two women put in work, and there were a couple times where Emi Sakura looked like she was gonna get the pin on Shida, but Shida ended up getting the win with the Falcon Arrow, 1, 2, 3, and this is the third time Shida's been AEW Women's Champion. I'm absolutely happy for her. She deserves it. That's well and good. However, if this is just another instance where they just put the belt on Shida and she just goes out and have good matches and she doesn't really have anything to do besides have good matches, then what's really the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get her involved in some cool storylines. Let's get her involved in like a cool rivalry or something like that. I remember that her and Britt Baker had a thing going on a couple months ago. I don't know if it's been put on pause because Britt Baker is nursing an injury or trying to rest her back or recover those injuries or whatever, but that would be something interesting to visit in the future. But it is what it is. We had another segment with Renee Paquette. She's working hard this episode of Dynamite, interviewing everyone, talking to everyone. This time she's interviewing Edge, and this is a cool recap. My only thing was Christian made it pretty clear as to why he didn't want to tag with Edge, but Edge's whole thing is like, oh, I don't understand. I had to sit back and think. I'm like, what exactly are you thinking about? He laid it out pretty clear. Like, he doesn't want to be your partner. I understand that's your boy. You're closer than brothers. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But Christian made it pretty clear as to why he doesn't want to tag with you, why he doesn't want to get the band back together, why he doesn't want to live, quote unquote, in Edge's shadow, and it's very understandable. But in this interview, Edge kind of, highlighted how him and Christian met, their friendship, how they got into the wrestling business together, how Edge kind of got in first, and he was the one that kind of brought Christian along, and kind of gave him that confidence to pursue a career of wrestling. And if it wasn't really for Edge, Christian would be like an IT guy or whatever. So yeah, it's just a big recap of why and how and who and what. And Edge pretty much said that he's not here to fight Christian. Like, no matter what he said and what he did to him, he's not going to fight him. And he's not after the TNT Championship. So Renee's like, so what are you doing here? And Edge is like, I don't know. And that's pretty much how the interview ended. So we'll see where this goes. I do feel like in the future they are eventually going to team together. But I don't see it right now. And of course they're doing the whole Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio route, where Edge is like, I'm not gonna fight him. He's like a brother and blah blah blah. But eventually Christian's gonna say or do something that's gonna push Edge over the edge and make him want to fight him. So we'll see. Wardlow had a match. He squashed Dolph Ziggler's brother. Like, it was literally a squash match. Like, you saw Wardlow come down to the ring. Nick Nemeth tried to attack Wardlow. It didn't work. He hit this fool with one power bomb, knocked him out. Oh, good old PlayStation WWE SmackDown style knockout. The referee just stopped the match. He's like, yo, enough. Get this man out of here. And as this is ending, Tony Schiavone's trying to get an interview with Wardlow. And he's like, yo, man, what are you doing here? What's the reason for all this? Why are you acting like this? And this part was so funny because the acting, the quote unquote acting from Tony Schiavone was just top notch, top shelf. Wardlow held up this wrist tape, and it had MJF's name on it. And Tony Schiavone was like, guys, that says MJF. That says MJF. And it's like, no shit, it says MJF is right there, plain as day. That's who his target is. And as Wardlow is making his way out of the ring, he knocks Tony Schiavone over. And he just oversells the fact that Wardlow nudged him, and he fell on the ground. He's rolling on the ground. He's crying, whatever. So, yeah. Speaking of MJF, we had a backstage segment between MJF and Kenny by God Omega. Kenny's talking about the Don Callis family and how much he hates them and they get on his nerves. But he's like, once I get done with them, I got to get back to the Kenny Omega of old, and that involves championships. And MJF pulls up and he's like, yo, you're talking all that stuff? We're just, what do you say? Like, we're 13 days away. And what this means is, after MJF passes these 13 days, he's going to be the longest reigning AEW champion in history, and that is the current title held by Kenny Omega. So, you know, maybe. And the thing about this is kind of setting up the fact that Jay White is not winning against MJF, and this is possibly setting up a feud between Kenny Omega and MJF. So, hey, there's that. Speaking of MJF, we go to where his friend Adam is being held hostage at this point, because that's what this is. The Kingdom is holding this man hostage. They have him cutting grass and moving furniture, and at this point Adam Cole's like, I gotta get out of here, man. I've been meaning to get surgery for like 4 months now. At this point my ankle is cooked, man, let me go. And Roderick Strong's like, no, you can't leave. Before you leave, you gotta do one more thing, and that's make us peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So they cut this whole montage of Adam Cole making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the Kingdom, and they're all making faces, and the giraffe is there, and the giraffe has a neck brace. And as this is happening, you know, Roddy eats the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he starts wigging out because the peanut butter jelly sandwich has the crust on it. And I'm like, you picked up the sandwich and you saw clear as day that it had crust on it. Why are you flipping out over the crust? Adam Cole had enough. He's like, I'm getting out of here. You guys are weird. This draft is weird. I'm leaving. And as Adam Cole was leaving, Roddy's going, Adam. So this part of Roddy's plan is falling apart. He just wants his friend back, and he figures at this point the only way he can get his friend Adam Cole back is to be nice to Adam Cole's friend MJF. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Also, that peanut butter and jelly look kind of nasty. I never seen peanut butter look like that, but you know, I don't know. After this, we had an in-ring segment from the Don Callis family, and it was mostly Powerhouse Hobbs talking about why he did what he did to Chris Jericho. And basically, this is a revenge story. Powerhouse Hobbs tells us a story about how when he was a wee Powerhouse Hobbs, him and his grandma took him to an autograph signing, and who was there? Chris Jericho. And Powerhouse Hobbs was so excited to meet his hero, and Chris Jericho was mean to him and his grandma. So at that moment, I think he said he was 7 years old, he swore revenge on Chris Jericho and said, one day I'm gonna beat your ass, Chris Jericho, for disrespecting me and disrespecting Grandma Powerhouse. And then Don Callis is sending shots at Kyle Fletcher, and Kyle Fletcher pulls up and he's like, yo man, I don't need your help to beat Kenny Omega. I did this as a favor to Will Ospreay. And he said that, and Kyle Fletcher pretty much said that he's going to beat Kenny Omega by himself. And Don Callis was like, all right, let's see what you got. And this is interesting because we saw Kyle Fletcher get into Powerhouse Hobbs' face. And I'm like, okay, is this leading to a Powerhouse Hobbs Kyle Fletcher match? More importantly than that, is Will Ospreay going to get involved? Because even though Will Ospreay is involved with the family, Kyle Fletcher, that's his boy. So this is pretty interesting stuff. And as this is happening, Kenny Omega comes out, and him and Kyle Fletcher had a banger of a match. They were throwing down. And I said this, I think I said this on my Collision review, but Kyle Fletcher, he's having a hell of a singles run, you know. And it's good to see it. But Kenny Omega is the god of pro wrestling. He's Kenny by God Omega. This man just had a birthday, so you already know he's not going to lose. And he's already said that he wants a shot at the AEW championship. So everything's coming up Kenny. He wins with the one-wing angel. The whole time, Don Callis is talking trash about Kyle Fletcher on commentary. So this is going to be interesting to see where this goes as far as Kenny Omega and the family and Will Ospreay. So Danhausen is coming back. That's it. That's all I have to say. It was another promo. Danhausen is coming back. He's very nice. He's very evil. Can't wait to see him come back. Moving on. We're moving on to Lance Archer squashing some guy. And the whole time I'm like, why is this happening? But then I remember it's in Texas, and Tony Khan likes doing that thing where it's the hometown person or the home state person, so let's showcase them. And I'm like, I get it, but this could have been on Rampage or Battle of the Belts or something, man. This kind of didn't need to be on Dynamite, but you know, whatever. We had a Swerve promo, and he's hyping up the fact that he's gonna be showing the music video for Swerve When I Drive, the remix, the Big Pressure remix is gonna be dropping this Friday on YouTube. And then he talks about Hangman Adam Page, and he's like, listen, this was supposed to be business, not personal, but you made it personal when you cost me the shot at the TNT Championship. So we're getting the rematch sometime in the future. Swerve versus Hangman, and you had Prince Nana in the back making faces. So, you know, that's pretty cool, man. I can't wait to see what happens with Swerve, and I can't wait to see what that video looks like too. So yeah, it's Sting. Sting makes his way out to the ring. Tony Schiavone announces him, and the big speculation was retirement. That was the magic word. Sting kept teasing it. He kept teasing, oh, the magic word is a retirement. And he talked about his career. He talked about the legend he's facing, people that's put him over and made him, that's really helped him out in the business. He mentioned Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, boo, Hulk Hogan, you know, all the typicals. And Sting pretty much said that his career in AEW started at Revolution 2021, I believe. And he said that's where it's all going to end. His last match is going to be AEW Revolution 2024 next year. So we got Sting for another couple months, and showtime's over, baby. So we're looking at possibly the end. Well, not even possibly. He said that that's it. So it's gonna be the end of Sting's career. Bryan Danielson is talking about retirement, man. Edge is talking about hanging it up. John Cena's a part-timer. Rey Mysterio's getting up there in age as well, man. All my heroes that I grew up with are, you know, they're starting to bow out and ride off into the sunset, man. They're getting old, and I'm getting old as well. I'm starting to get a little bit grayer, but you know, what a hell of a run it's been for Sting. What a career, man. So, you know, I'm interested to see who his last match is going to be. Who do you guys think Sting's last match is going to be, man? Let me know in the comment section below. I had Toni Storm pull up, and she did that thing with RJ City, and they're doing the silent movie, and it was picture in picture. I wasn't really paying attention. I like the gimmick, I like the character, but I wasn't paying attention because, you know, yeah. But it's a cool gimmick, though, so. Something that's really cool is what's going on between Nick Wayne, Christian, Nick Wayne's mom, Darby Allin. Like, they had this whole segment, this whole pre-tape segment with JR. And pardon me for saying this, but this is like the most white people thing I've seen in a long time. It's like Nick Wayne talking bad to his mom, and JR's like, oh, that's your mother, boy, don't do that. And Nick Wayne saying, you're the worst mom ever. And the whole time I'm like, yo, if y'all don't take out a belt and beat this boy, like, come on now. And the part that popped me the most was when Christian Cage popped up out of nowhere. And he's like, are you ready to go home, son? He's like, yes, papa. And they go to leave together. And Nick Wayne's mom, who was looking really good, like extra good. I see what you mean, Christian Cage. She was leaving with him. And Nick Wayne's mom was like, don't do this, Nick. And he's like, you're dead to me, mom. I'm like, oh, this is some white people shit if I've ever. So Nick Wayne and Christian leave, and you hear a commotion in the hallway, and it's Darby Allin. He's coming to get back. He beats up Christian, and he beats up Nick Wayne. They fight to the ring, and you have Luchasaurus pull up, and Sting comes back, and you know, they're fighting. They punch for a little bit, and Darby Allin knocked out, I think, one of Nick Wayne's teeth. And the part that was funny to me was Tony Schiavone on commentary saying, oh, my teeth, there, my teeth. He's mocking Nick Wayne and Christian, so that was pretty funny. So, you know, this is furthering the feud between Darby and Nick Wayne and Christian Cage and his involvement when you don't know what Edge is going to do. And Nick Wayne's mom is looking hot, you know what I'm saying? So, there's that. And then after this, we had a backstage segment with Best Friends and Chris Statlander, and they're hyping up Battle of the Belts. So on Rampage, it's going to be a triple threat match to determine who faces Orange Cassidy Saturday at Battle of the Belts. And then you had Chris Statlander challenge Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. So there's that. And then you had not Darby Allin, but Orange Cassidy saying how much the international championship means to him. You never know what you miss until it's gone, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm expecting to see a character change from Orange Cassidy. And I'm also expecting to see a character change from Willow Nightingale. So be on the lookout for that. I'll talk about it on my Collision/Battle of the Belts review. It's main event time. It's a Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal or whatever. Yeah, MJF on commentary, and it was a battle royal, man. What do you want from me? It was a typical battle royal. Yeah, people going over the top rope. The main things about this was Daniel Garcia trying to do his dance, and Daddy Magic stopping him. He's being a dance blocker. He's cock blocking the dance. The people want to see it. We got to give the people what they want. Juice Robinson was trying to win. You had MJF bribing Dustin Rhodes to beat up Juice Robinson and kick him in the dick. He paid him money to do that. And ultimately, the final 4 people it came down to was Max Caster, Juice Robinson, Daniel Garcia, and I want to say Dustin Rhodes. So we had Dustin Rhodes get eliminated. It was him and Daddy Magic got eliminated. Daniel Garcia finally got to do the dance and the people went crazy for it, but he ended up getting eliminated. So it finally came down to Max Caster and Juice Robinson, and MJF was on commentary saying, I hate both of these guys equally. And then he gets attacked by Jay White, and they fight for a little bit. And then you had Juice Robinson punch Max Caster in the face with his own TJ Maxx ring, and the people were chanting for TJ Maxx earlier, so that was pretty funny. So Juice Robinson ends up winning. He's gonna go on to face MJF next week, and the winner will be the new Dynamite Diamond Ring wearer, bearer, whatever. So yeah, there's that. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling that Juice Robinson is going to win somehow, some way, shape, or form. I think Cardboy is going to interfere on his behalf, but you know how Cardboy is. He's a man of few words, but we love him nonetheless. With that being said, this week's episode of Dynamite was good. The stuff I didn't care about was, hit or miss. Like, there was a point in time where I really enjoyed the Adam Cole segments with him and MJF, and even the stuff with him and Roddy. But these past couple weeks, they haven't really been hitting the same. And normally, I really enjoy those. I like what he's done with MJF. I even like the earlier stuff with Roddy and Adam. But these past couple weeks haven't really been hitting the same. I don't know if it's kind of stalled out because, Adam Cole is really injured and he really has to go get this surgery. I don't know what it is. Also, outside of Jay White kind of mentioning it here and there, I don't know if they've really referenced the whole who attacked Jay White thing, the whole Devil's Mask thing. Again, I don't know if it's because Adam Cole's injured or what. I don't know, but it is what it is. This episode was alright, man. It's teetering on an honorary mid, but the entertaining stuff outweighed the mid, so it's gonna get an honorary W. You barely got by AEW, but I'm gonna give it to you. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. Did you like this episode or not? Let me know. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care, bees. I'm out. Peace.